Okay guys, so I've actually bought 2 domain names, and I'm starting to work on one of these domains, and what I bought was freeelectroniccigarette.co, not .com, just .co at the end. And the reason I bought that was because I can either target it for US or target it for UK if I want to, but I'm just going to carry on and just build the site at the moment. Now, I wasn't actually going to record this because it's been sort of well documented between the Fiverr SEO blueprint and the WordPress SEO blueprint, what we do when we've installed the clone. So if you want to take a look at what the actual clone looks like from the outside, you're not really going to see much here. You can see it's just a basic WordPress site, and I put some information in here for people so that they can understand a little bit about how to optimize the site and stuff like that. And it's got some social buttons and things, and down here terms and conditions and earnings disclaimer. This is actually the first version of the clone, and we did some more versions after that. There's about 2 versions after that, but for some reason I hadn't saved the right one in the right folder, so I've ended up with the first version. So I've given myself a little bit extra work than normal. But anyway, that's no big deal. So what we can see when we inside the actual clone itself is it's got something like, I think it's 36 plugins I've got activated here. And if you're wondering if that affects the speed of the site, no, it doesn't. And what we've got here is a really well balanced site, and most of the stuff is already pre-configured, sitemaps and everything else. So I'm just going to give a quick run through for the people who haven't seen the clone before and how it works. So basically all we need to do is, we've got some tabs open at the top here. I'm just going to go through each one by one. So I need to create an image sitemap. So just click on here. This is XML sitemap for images. Image sitemap created successfully. As fast as that. Create a mobile sitemap. See, successfully done. Okay. Videos, this won't work right now because I don't have any videos on the site right now, so I'm going to have to come back in and do it again. So you can see that it just gives an error message. That's okay. When I've got a video on there, then I will come back and do that. Search and replace there. If you might find something from the actual original clone site. If you do, then you can just come in here and do a search and replace. You can search for a particular name or key phrase or something like that and replace it with something else. Okay. I'm going to leave that blank right now because I don't think I've got anything in there. The site title and stuff, well, this is sort of needs to be filled in by you as you're installing the clone. And if you've bought the WordPress SEO blueprint, please take the time and watch the video that explains what to do after you have installed the clone, because I keep getting emails about it and it's the same questions again and again and again. Now what we have to do is we have a plugin, only one plugin activated. It's called the Core Tweaks. Fill in the details for Core Tweaks. It will set up your privacy page, it will set up your sitemap, your DD sitemap, it will set up contact page and things like that. And once you've set that up and got it activated, then deactivate that one and then reactivate the other ones. But you will find that you've got a choice of 2 or 3 sociable plugins, for social sharing plugins and some other plugins that you might not want to use. These are the plugins I use on all my sites. It's fast, it works, and I've still got some premium plugins to add to here as well. And from that point forward, it's just really easy. I've actually put 3 hours or more work in here. It's hard for me to say because I was recording videos at the same time. It took me about 10 hours that day to create the whole thing and wait for videos to render and stuff like that. So I think it's about 3 hours work. It's a real time saver. But do watch that video if because otherwise I keep answering the same questions again and again, and it's just it just shows that if you're not watching the videos, how are you going to learn anything? If it's not that hard to just spend a few minutes and figure out how to use the thing, because it's really well set up site. Right, now so I'll put my email in here. So what I did here with the email, I've got it forwarded to one of my Hotmail emails, but what I did is I put best@freeelectroniccigarettes.com. So I've actually got best free electric cigarettes in my email, and that will come in handy if we do a Google Places page. Okay, so I'm just come in and check all these kind of things. So what you really want to do is make sure that you've got your keyword in your site title, and whatever you put in here in the general settings, doesn't matter what theme you've got. What I find is whatever is in here in the general settings tends to override everything else. Okay, so make sure you got your keyword in there, and the tagline I've just put, learn more and get your free sample. And basically all I did was take that tagline from the guy who had that as his title. Okay, so we can actually put that in here, site title. But no, I'm not going to do that right now. I'll do that with one of the first posts rather than on this page, because it's just going to repeat itself, and not at least until I get a header done anyway. Right now I can save that. Now I can close it. Writing settings, I'm just making sure everything in here is okay, and you can see here that the ping services, everything has already been uploaded. There's a whole bunch of ping services in here, no need to go and find them. Even the Kismet I think is activated here. So the front page we will make display latest posts, and what I did for the post page, I just called it free electric cigarette kits, and we can show a summary there and save the changes. I might come back and change this to, let's put 20 posts anyway, since we are doing a summary. Now I will put a theme on here, and I'm thinking to put the CTR theme in here, but I'm not going to put AdSense. What we were finding with the Fiverr SEO Blueprint, the site that we were working with, every time we put AdSense on, the rankings dropped. So I've just, a few minutes ago taken the AdSense off that site as well. I think just go for one or the other, go for CPA or AdSense, but not both. So at the moment all I'm doing is just going through this, making sure I've got everything in here that I need to make sure that there's nothing that I need to fill in. So already set up this one. The structure, we can usually I leave it with just the post name, but I think what I decided to do was copy this guy here, and you can see here he's got category free electronic, that's his category name, so I've actually copied that. Yeah, so I'm going to leave this category and post name as it is, and all of that is already done. It's already set up with the permalinks. Privacy settings, I'm just checking, yeah, it's visible. This is CB PingNet Optimizer, and this has already got settings so it doesn't ping more than one time in 7 minutes. So if you make any mistakes when you or you want to make any corrections after you made a post, you've got 7 minutes to do those corrections. Otherwise you can become like a ping spammer to these kind of sites, and they might sort of block you, etc. So all these settings are already set up. It's a huge time saver. Even the language settings here, so I can have this in my sidebar widget, which I'll show you what it looks like later. And basically this creates sitemaps as well, and it actually shows up in Google. If you do a site colon search for the website afterwards, you'll find like Norwegian and all these kind of languages turn up, and that's good because it just gets more pages indexed, I guess, right? And it's already set up for how it needs to be to look good. Otherwise you can miss a bit of time you can spend a bit of time trying to figure this out. It's already been figured out and all working properly. Right now, Google Analyticator, I've still got my analytics ID from a previous site in here. I need to go and get that one fixed. That's something that I couldn't sort of pre-configure for other people. OnlyWire, I've got in here my account name, etc. And we can auto post all articles to all these sites here. And you need to use your own account now. So I'll just save the changes there. Let's just see. It's saying that the username is wrong, so I will go and get that username in a minute. I've got a new one. RSS footer, it automatically puts in here your site name, and what we've got here needs to be changed. And what this does is it puts a link in your RSS feeds. and we can set it to post after at the bottom of the feed, and you can see that's just changed over here now to free electronic cigarettes. So we've got our keyword in there. Can get rid of that one now. Now this is auto links, and you can use this by assigning words that will automatically be hyperlinked and directed to another page on the internet. It can be to an affiliate offer or something like that. I don't really want to use that right now. I might change my mind about it later, but I'm going to just leave that one right now. What I do want to do though is the related posts. I think this one is kind of important. Okay, so I'm just making sure that is enabled, and yeah, everything is fine here. The settings are already done. Sitemap generator settings should already be done in here, but I'll just double check it. And there's my full sitemap path here. Yeah. So that one is done. So the XML sitemap, now what I want to do in here is come down and make sure I've got the full URL in here. It's already auto detected it, and I'll keep it that way. And there was just one thing that needed to be done here. You can see as well I've set the priorities, etc. Let me just move this up. Yeah, down here the complete URL, it's still got the original site in here, so I just got to paste in here from what I took from the DD sitemap generator. The difference is this XML sitemap is for search engines and DD sitemap is for users. Okay, and that's done. Posting to Twitter and StumbleUpon. I need to get some social accounts created specific for this niche. I don't want to post this to my internet marketing one or accident claims or any of those kind of sites, so I'm going to leave that one to be dealt with, but I can deal with it today. I'll get someone on Fiverr to go and create some social media profiles on Twitter, Facebook, on LinkedIn as well, and we will create some YouTube channel as well. We'll create quite a few YouTube channels actually. If you watch the Fiverr Blueprint, you know what I'm talking about. We end up with a lot of YouTube channels right now, and it's all done for us as well. Right now, Webmaster Tools, this is quite important. So what we need to do is go over Webmaster Tools and go over to Yahoo and go over to Bing, and we'll register with these, but I'm going to do that in a few minutes, and I'll just keep carrying on with this one. And bulletproof security, what I need to do is just go in here and look at the system info first, and you can see that I've got some bits and pieces to do here. So if I come over here, you can see that I've got a lot of red and some green. The green things are things that's already been done, the red things are things that are still to be done. So what I need to do is go over here to security modes, and I'm going to click on bulletproof mode, activate. This one, activate. And this one, activate. This one, activate. So these four are done now. If I go back over to the system info, you can see it's all green now, and that's it, done. A lot of people get a little bit confused with this bulletproof plugin, but that's as simple as that, really. Most of the settings are already done before you even get in there. It's just those four things that need to be done right now. And quick cache should already be set up. I don't think I need to change anything in this one. and the tweet meme has to be done when I have got a Twitter API key I think I need to get for this one, and what I need to do is have a proper Twitter account for this particular niche, and I haven't got that, so I'm going to leave that one till later. And right now I'm just going to go and get my OnlyWire. I'm going to sort out Google Analytics and Webmaster Tools and get those set up, which will take me maybe about 10-15 minutes to do all of them. But once it's done, and we're good to go. Another thing that we want to do with this is we want to put the RSS feed into Hootsuite. We want to put the RSS feed into several other OnlyWire accounts and also several other ping.fm accounts. I want to see if I can tie it up with Posterous, and I want to see if I can tie it up with Hello Text as well. And I think there's one or two more that we can set it up with. And what that means is every time we make a post, we're going to get hundreds of backlinks, because OnlyWire I think has got 44 social networks in it. Ping.fm's got about 35, I believe. Hello Text, I don't know how many. Posterous, I don't know how many, because that includes I think OnlyWire or Hello Text, I can't remember exactly. It might be Ping.fm that's included in Posterous. Hootsuite includes Ping.fm as well, and I've got loads of these accounts, and if you watch the Fiverr Blueprint, you know that I go and buy a lot of them at the beginning of a campaign. Now I don't need to keep buying them every single time, but I can use the existing ones I've got, so I can mix up my content as they've been posted onto those social networks and social bookmarking sites. And so I'm going to tie this site feed into as many places as possible, and that means that every time I make a post I'm getting hundreds of backlinks, literally hundreds of backlinks, and they're safe backlinks as well, because you're just posting your content in the social networks. And people who doubt that that's correct, well, I saw a video the other day where Matt Cutts has been asked how do you promote your site ethically, and he was saying, well, you know, you make a blog post and maybe you want to go to dig.com or StumbleUpon and you know, post something about it there that you know, let people know that you've got a blog post. So these are the kind of things. There's nobody saying to you cannot go and put it out in as many places as possible. We really need to be doing that. That's how we get instant backlinks. That's how we get our content in front of as many eyes as possible. But what I will say when you're using those kind of sites is make sure your content is good, and we're going to cover that as we start adding content in a few minutes. Alright, so I think that's enough for this video. The next video, what I will do, I'll cover some of those social network sites, the ping.fms and things, but these have already been covered in the Fiverr SEO Blueprint, but I'll cover it a little bit here, just a short video, just to give you an example of how it works, and you can see how it all comes together, how we can get some maximize you know, every single post. And I need to get some premium plugins added in here as well. And once that's done, I will go over to Firepower. Now if you haven't got Firepower, don't panic. I'm not suggesting you need to get it. I'll just show you a few things I do in there, and you can get a 14-day trial of Firepower for $1 and set up some stuff. Now I use it a lot because I'm doing things like blog networks and stuff, and it lets me instantly install just, you know, different themes and get all my RSS feeds syndicated and stuff like that. It's got a lot of power in Firepower, so I like to use it for that purpose. And I use it partly for content as well, but in a different way. I'm not just like doing auto blogging. I use it partly for curation, but there's another two tools that I use for curation as well. I don't use Firepower as much anymore for the actual content. I found better ways to do it. But it's very, very good when you're first setting up a site or blog networks, which we will be doing as part of this as well. Okay, right, so that's it for this video. See you in the next one.